evening. It's another wonderful Friday. You're welcome to the show that separates the wheat from the chaff, propaganda from the truth, and gives you the facts. It's Facts of the Week on Ghana's #1 CTV. We are live on my CTV GH on Facebook. My name is Valentina Ofori Afriyie. Facts of the Week comes your way every Friday, 6:30 to 7:30 on Ghana's #1. Tonight, the topic for this week, you know already, the dollar gift. Did Sammy Gyamfi breach any law? Did he violate the Foreign Exchange Act? Is there a precedent that has been followed? Former President Akufo-Addo, did he take action against an appointee who publicly gifted money, or who dollars were found in her possession or under her bed or in her house? The minority this week petitioned Shraj, the police, and also the OSP. They cited a plethora of reasons. We'll look at it tonight. Also, another discussion that has come this week. We know what it is: the cedi and the dollar matter. Who exactly made sure the cedi is appreciating against all the foreign currencies, especially the dollar? Is it the doing of Dr. Bawumia? Is it the doing of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo? Today we'll tell you what the facts are. I'm not doing this alone. I have two gentlemen with me. On my immediate left is lawyer Bright Nana Preku. He's a private legal practitioner. And also on my right, Dr. Desmond Kofi Annan, broadcast journalist, aspiring lawyer. This is Facts of the Week, supported by Ghana's #1 furniture. Wood is for life. Great furniture is made by Fairnut. And also Akwaba natural mineral water, quenching thirst and nourishing the nation with pure, clean, refreshing Akwaba natural mineral water. You can stay interactive with us. You can post your comment on my CTV GH on Facebook, or send us a message on the WhatsApp number 020-668-486, 020-668-486. But remember to include your name and where you are texting us from. Good evening and welcome to Fact of the Week. Welcome back to Facts of the Week, and let's begin our discussion from the Sammy Gyamfi issue. So this week, or last weekend I should say, because it's almost a week, something happened that sent social media talking. If you haven't seen it, you haven't watched it, watch this. So that's the video that started the whole controversy about Sammy Gyamfi gifting $10,000 to Agrada. That's the narrative that started from the minority, or the NPP. And then Nana Agrada had to come out publicly to say why she even met Sammy Gyamfi and why she followed him to the car to ask for fuel. And all that went on. She says he gave her $800. From that, people started calling for the head of Sammy Gyamfi. Others said he should be dismissed because he's breached the code of conduct that President Mahama built and all that. The minority has followed up with petitions to Shraj, OSP, and CID. So, you see, the reasons they gave is on the screen. Say that he's violated the Foreign Exchange Act, Act 206, Act 723. He's also violated the Currency Act, the possible misappropriation and abuse of public resources, and also the failure of leadership and institutional oversight with potential tax evasion. They want Agrada to pay tax on the alleged money. So listen to the Member of Parliament for Nalerugu Gambaga.
He was invited by the Chief of Staff. The same yesterday, we all heard the Minister in charge of communication came out to say that Mr. Sammy Gyamfi, the acting CEO of Gold Board and the National Communication Officer of the NDC, has been cleared by the number one clearing agent, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So we thought it wise that no, that is not the right way to go, because if you look at what Sammy Gyamfi did, we feel that he has violated some code of conduct and some laws of Ghana. And if you look at some of the code, he has breached the code of conduct of public appointee. He has also violated the Foreign Exchange Act, Act 206, Act 723. He has also violated the Currency Act. He has also maybe possible misappropriation or abuse of public resources, and failure of leadership and institutional oversight, and potential tax evasion. Today, myself and my colleague minority members, we have petitioned Shraj, we have petitioned the CID, we have petitioned special prosecutor. And what we want them to do is to conduct an investigation.
That's Nuruddin Mohammed Mumuni, Member of Parliament for Nalerugu Gambaga. That press conference they organized after they submitted the petition to Shraj, OSP, and the police. Let me begin the discussion, because once they are talking about violation of acts and laws and a breach of code of conduct, it's a better way to start this program than from Lawyer Bright Nana Preku. Lawyer, good evening, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me today.
Okay, it's great for you to join us as well. I hope you're well.
I'm very well.
Okay,
I'm
great.
pleased to be here.
Okay, now I'm sure you follow this Sammy Gyamfi matter. Did he breach any law?
Let me say a very good evening to you and good evening to our viewers and listeners as well. Over the week, we've been inundated with a lot of noise, especially from the minority. And I think I've been scanning through their petition, just opposing it with the said Act, Act 723, and the Currency Act. Interestingly, I did not see any provision in the Constitution or in the petition that was quoted to have been violated by Sammy Gyamfi. I stand corrected.
Okay.
But if you can, you can avert my mind to any of the provisions for giving a gift, not with their intention as posited in their petition. I think you want to read something to me.
No, so you want the grounds of their petition?
Not really the grounds. You see, you send a petition to an institution based on a certain provision of a particular act. You have petitioned Shraj. You have petitioned the OSP. You have petitioned the Ghana police to conduct investigation into a particular act.
Good.
And what I quiz this evening is that reading through their petition, they seem not to know the exact thing that they are doing.
Oh, really?
That is a fact. What is the minority decrying about? That Sammy Gyamfi went out on a private business, went out one Saturday, and decided to give a gift to an ordinary Ghanaian, and that breached the code of ethics of this government. Is that what they are saying?
Yes, they say it represents opulence. That's what they talk about, the fourth point or the fourth ground. They say possible misappropriation or abuse of public resources. And they give a reason. As acting CEO of the Ghana Gold Board, an institution managing a key national resource, Mr. Gyamfi is a custodian of public assets. The unexplained possession and distribution of substantial amount of foreign currency raises legitimate suspicions regarding the abuse of office or misapplication of funds.
Sometimes you wonder if these people were in this country in the year 2022, 2023, and 2024.
What happened in those
years?
If
800 Ghana cedis represents substantial amount, $800 in each cedi equivalent about 7,000, 6,000 Ghana cedis represents substantial amount. Then what would you describe Sisi Dadapa?
The Akufo-Addo took action.
What was Akufo-Addo's action? That love letter? Was that the action the president took then? If $800 represents opulence, then how would you describe Alfred Obeng, the MP for Bebiani and Riaso? How would you describe that? Who, in the full glare of Ghanaians, said, I have dollars in stock to share just to contest for party primaries? Sometimes we should be serious in this country. No one is saying that what Sammy Gyamfi did is right. And the most important thing is that as a public officer, quickly he came out to apologize to Ghanaians. Remember, we may have a positive intention when it comes to the commission of an act. However, the effectuation of that act may not result in the positive intention that we have. The construction of our positive intention may not be seen as we thought we were doing the act. So I perfectly agree with Sammy Gyamfi that yes, I went out on a private business one Saturday. My act, the intention of the commission of the act seemed to be different from what Ghanaians, the ordinary Ghanaians, see it. What do I need to do as a public officer? I owe a duty to the ordinary Ghanaian in whom I have been entrusted to a certain position. So he came out to apologize. He came out to own responsibility. The government did not sit down. The chief of staff summoned Sammy Gyamfi. An investigation was conducted. The chief of staff, at the end of the investigation, came out with their conclusion and recommendation. It should not be said that the government sat down and didn't do anything about that. This is a government that is ready to hold every appointee accountable. And that is what a prudent government needs to do. And that is what the John Mahama-led administration did to Sammy Gyamfi. I am surprised if we try to trivialize things as the minority. And you see, I was not surprised that they held a press conference. I was anticipating a press conference because I read somewhere that even with this man, the number of press conferences that they have done is more than the number of MPs they have in Parliament.
But on this matter, they've done 3 press conferences. The minority did the first press conference. The party itself, NPP, did a press conference the following day, and then after they submitted the petition yesterday, they held another press conference. And
it tells you the level of duplicity when it comes to this minority that we have in Parliament. So if a gift, let us go through the 66-page code of ethics for government appointees and tell me a provision in the code which says a government appointee cannot give out a gift. Do we have that in the code?
No.
Was any of the provisions breached in the code? We have Act 723, which is about 9 pages or so, very few. We can scan through this evening and tell me a provision in the Act that was violated by Sammy Gyamfi.
Okay, so the 723 Act, they say sections 3, 1, and 4 were breached because according to the minority, these sections prohibit individuals from engaging in foreign exchange transactions or dealing in foreign currency without authorization from the Bank of Ghana. Section 15 mandates that all foreign currency transactions be conducted through a licensed bank. No evidence exists to suggest that Mr. Gyamfi obtained such authorization. So he didn't do the transaction through a bank.
Understand what transaction means? To engage in transaction to engage in an act of business. Was Sami Gyamfi on that fateful day engaging in any sort of transaction? Was he engaging in any act of business? Are they now trying to tell us giving a gift is a form of transaction? Or is the minority trying to tell us, now, if I even have a dollar account, I cannot go and take dollars and gift out dollars?
They say you should receive authorization from the Bank of Ghana
to give a gift.
Yeah, but that's what they've quoted in their petition.
So I asked myself, I read the petition, I asked, so who wrote this petition? How myopic the intention of the petition was? It was
three people wrote the petition. The Honourable Member of Parliament for Nariu Gambaga, the First Deputy Minority Whip Habib Dusu, and then also the Deputy General Secretary of the NPP. Three people who signed the petition.
Yes. And considering the people who signed the petition, these are people they do not even have the moral right to engage in this venture.
Why?
Somebody like Habib, who stood before Ghanaians, broke assets of this country, now having the moral right to petition a state institution to investigate something. Where were they when Sisi Adapa had a stock of dollars under her bed? Did they write petition? Where were they when Alfred Obeng was opulently telling us he has dollars in stock to share for primaries? Are they trying to tell us? And as their own party member, Ozu Bempa told them, are they trying to tell us none of them has shared dollar or given a gift in dollars?
Maybe it was not captured on video.
So is it about the currency? Is it about the recipient of the gift or the giver of the gift? What is their problem? What is their challenge?
Okay, so in their petition, they're talking about all three: the giver, the receiver, and the currency. Because again, they quote point 3 or grounds 3. Violation of Currency Act 1964, 242. Public circulation and spending of foreign currency contravenes Section 26 of this Act, which prohibits the unauthorized circulation of foreign currency notes or coins within the Republic of Ghana.
Section 26 of the Act prohibits unauthorized circulation of currency notes
or coins.
I stand corrected. Does the giving of a gift constitute an authorized circulation? Does the giving of a gift constitute transactions? That is my challenge with this minority. You see, yes, there may be the attitude of grammar for power in the minority. Everyone wants to be relevant. Now in the MPP, everyone wants to step on any minute thing and be relevant in the party. So I understand them. It is politics. But we have a country to build. They have a political party which is in disarray to build. Were we not in this country, the whole vice president went out and was sharing money. He went to Osu Bempe's church, gave Osu Bempa money. Did the then majority petition Sraj to investigate the vice president? Was he not a public officer? Prior to the election, didn't he go to Adum Shei's church to give him money? Did they petition Sraj? What sort of duplicity is this? We should be serious. The gravamen of the issue is that somebody went out on a private business and if we are subjecting every public officer, including their members of parliament, to the same scale.
Not to even cut you, that the former vice president, Dr. Baomi, at the funeral, there he has it. He has money. He's just putting money there.
Is this an offense? Is this a crime? So if it's
according to the MPP's opulence.
So if this was opulence, somebody occupying the second highest office of this land can do this, and you think if Sami Gyamfi does this today, it is wrong. But when Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia did it then, it was not wrong, it was correct. What level of duplicity and double standardness is this? We should be serious as a country. We have a country to build. They left us in a mess. They should allow us to build this country from the solid foundation that we have started on. If, I don't know, they have a right to petition whatever institution that they want. They can even go to the ICC They can even go to The Hague. They can even petition the international communities. But this petition is very hollow, has no substance, it is logically unsound, and I see no legs when it comes to this petition.
Okay. Council, let me find out from Doc whether the petition has legs. Doc.
Wow.
Council says.
But of course,
do you also see it as hollow?
Council wouldn't have said it any better. I mean, apart from what we have said over the weeks. I mean, me, I'm tired. Aren't you tired? No, well, aren't you tired? We've spoken about this thing now. But let me commend your producers for doing a yeoman's job. And I saw the video. Look at Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Putting whatever it is, whether it's whatever, dollar or CDs or whatever.
You don't know the denomination, but it's money.
Exactly. Today, these are the same people pointing fingers at the astute lawyer, Sami Jemfi, of the NDC for helping a needy.
They say Agada doesn't constitute a needy.
Well, that is their definition and understanding of what needy. I mean, but you see, that's why I always say.
So you see, there's another video on the screen.
Exactly.
Dr. Baumia gave the woman some money. We don't even know how much. See the old woman.
Exactly.
He's giving her money.
Yes.
We don't know the currency.
Exactly.
We don't know how much he gave her.
Exactly. You understand? So you see, when I sit on this table, I tell you that there's too much hypocrisy in the system, and politicians have to be very careful about what they do at every point in time. I mean, I have said that Sami Jemfi Esquire did not break any rule, has not offended any provision of the Constitution, and so I do not even think that this matter is ripe at every level of any discussion. Even those who take red will not sit down to applaud this kind of myopic and whatever what they call it, petition that they've sent to the Shred. I have said that Mr. Whittal should just shred this document. It has no legs, it has no weight. It will not stand the test of any reasonable group of people to, as it were, consider anything in that paper. Because
okay, so they're seeking some reliefs. One, investigate the source and legality of the funds displayed and distributed by Mr. Sami Jemfi. Two, determine whether his actions amount to breach of public office ethics and financial regulations. I thought they said it had breached, but they have to determine whether it has breached. Number three, recommend appropriate administrative sanctions or prosecutions where applicable. Four, ensure restitution or recovery of any public funds misappropriated. And five, refer any tax-related violations to the Ghana Revenue Authority for immediate action. That's the release they are seeking.
I have said that. You see, we are even part of this problem.
Who are the
journalists? I mean, we are even part of this whole issue. I'm saying that this thing, right from the beginning, as the lawyers will say, ab initio, it has down flat.
It's dead on arrival.
Somebody will say it has down flat. I don't know why I want to.
That's falling flat.
Flat to cry.
It has fallen flat.
Oh, please. Don't waste your time on these things. I'm saying that. I read some of the grounds for which they are going. They are seeking the Shred to intervene in the matter, and they are talking about opulence. I asked myself, hey, these people, 8 years in this country, we had a president who had a car dedicated to a chair, with a bodyguard. What was that? Was that not opulence? Well, that does not constitute opulence. We had a president who decided that the presidential jet on fire and would love to spend £14,000 per hour.
The opulence was the first one, breach of code of conduct of public appointments.
Exactly.
He said to avoid acts of opulence.
That's what I'm saying. So, Val, please, let's make progress. Senior council has made.
You watch your screen. You remember the Dr. Kingsley Nyako? Right?
Exactly.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
These things, politicians.
You see that video?
Exactly. These things politicians do. But you see, you cannot also blame some of these rhetorics from the MPP because the NDC has also made a lot of political scores out of this. But you see, but I'm saying that these things must stop at a point in time. We need to be serious in this country, like Council said. You don't have to lash on every little thing and think that you want to take or score political points out of it. Sometimes when you become you venture into that area, you become too much of a nuisance and nobody takes you serious. So I think that this matter, the president, the Jubilee House has spoken. The president thinks that there's no need to further do anything to Sami Jemfi.
But the petition came after the Jubilee House had taken an
Exactly. I'm saying that Mr. Whittal of Shraj should just shred this document. It has no legs. I mean, like I said the other day on this table that a lawyer, a senior counsel friend was telling me that when you are talking to lawyers and they begin on a matter and they are not talking law and talking morals and emotions, English, it means that as someone says,
I told a friend, the moment you hear a lawyer speak and he speaks a lot of grammar, it tells you he has nothing to say.
You understand? So, for me, like I said, little I'll add to this matter, and to say, just to end by saying that this matter has no legs. It is frivolous. Should be thrown out. Straight away and no waste anybody's time. He himself, when he was addressing, you need to see his demeanor. No reading, I know him very well. You don't need to see his demeanor in there. Please. Don't waste our time.
Doc, grateful. Now, let me put these facts across. The Member of Parliament for Naleugu Gambaga, Nuruddin Mohammed Mumuni, made some comments at that press conference. He stated that in the Cecilia Dapa case, President Akufo-Addo acted. That is false. So, we have on the screen a copy of the Cecilia Dapa resignation letter. And that was on the 22nd of July 2023. Okay?
Yeah.
That was after the media had gotten wind of what transpired in court and had gone public with it. Then she realized that this thing was becoming too many. So she decided to resign. And I'm reading from the third paragraph of her letter. She says, since yesterday, that is Friday, July 21, 2023, social and traditional media have been full of stories about a court case involving a theft that took place late last year in the home in which she lives with her husband and daughter. She says the stories sought to suggest that I own various huge sums of foreign currencies and millions of Ghana cedis which have been stolen from my home. Whereas I can state emphatically that those figures do not represent correctly what my husband and I reported to the police. So it means that they reported the figures and those figures were in court. I'm very much aware of the import of such stories around someone in my position. So she comes to tell us the reason she's resigning. I am resigning therefore because I do not want this matter to become a preoccupation of government and a hindrance to the work of government at such a crucial time. So that's the reason she resigned. And that letter dated 22nd July 2023. Then President Akufo-Addo comes to respond on that same day. And the letter is also on your screen. Dear Cecilia, you remember the famous Dear Cecilia thing that came about? He says, I've received your letter dated Saturday, 22nd July 2023, resigning from office as Minister for Sanitation and Water Resources and as a member of government. It is with considerable regret that I accept your resignation, and I applaud your loyalty to the image and standing of the government. The work you undertook during your period in government was excellent and productive. And I thank you for your wholehearted contribution and devotion to the progress of the government and the nation. I am confident, like you, that at the end of the day, your integrity whilst in office will be fully established. I wish you the very best in all endeavors. Signed, Nana Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic, Honorable Cecilia Dapa, copied the Vice President, Jubilee House, Chief of Staff, Secretary to the President, Secretary to the Vice President.
But this is a president who is regrettably receiving a resignation letter from Cecilia Dapa.
Yes.
So it tells you that the president was not even ready and willing to accept the resignation of Cecilia Dapa. Somebody who had chunks of money from his brother's funeral. But that was what we were told. Doc, is that not what we were told by them? And we should recall that the issue of Cecilia Dapa's resignation was an aftermath of the whole event. After the media was able to leak the entire judicial process.
Yes.
Remember, the judicial process commenced way
back, and the issue happened a year before. So it was just that maybe the media was privileged to be in court at that particular moment, got wind of what happened, and so they started talking about it, and it went on traditional media, and that's why she decided to resign. So, but for the fact that the media got wind of what had happened in court and all the hullabaloo about it, I'm not sure she would have resigned.
But Val, the issue about Cecilia Dapa and that of Sammy Gyamfi, how is that comparable?
Because that's the example the minority stated. That's why I said, let me put the facts there. There are two different things.
Still in the books of this man.
Because they said the president acted. But per the records and what you say, the president didn't act.
I'm telling you,
because the lady who was forced to resign.
What honorable? If you like, if your producer is ready to play the video again, what is demeanor?
What is the demeanor telling you?
A demeanor of somebody who doesn't even know what he is talking about. Clearly, how do you compare Sammy Gyamfi's facts as against what's the name? Mama C's fact. I mean, how? Well, the OSP told us that they found $1 million in the house of Cecilia Dapa.
So that's the demeanor. Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. And you are telling me that I should take it serious, please. We are a serious nation. The government has a nation to build. The John Mahama ticket of government has a nation to build. Okay. So we need to move on.
So Doc, you've taken us to our second topic. Okay. The nation to build, right? So in wrapping up with the Sammy Gyamfi case, President Akufo-Addo didn't act in the Cecilia Dapa case, and you cannot compare the two cases. They are two different cases, actually. So we'll see what Shraj, OSP, and then the police will make of the petition that the minority have subjected them to do, the work they've told them to do. So
I'm sure on the OSP to offer administrative sanctions. My goodness. Can you imagine? Do they even know the remit of the OSP?
The two of you will continue this discussion. But I'm saying that let's leave it here. When the report will come, we will come back here and look at the report.
We are in May. Kinofurata should come. The OSP has a serious things to do with Kinofurata. We are in May.
Well, the update is that he will be here on
if they have something meaningful for the OSP to do.
Yes.
Now he's here in second.
Yeah. Because they said the beginning to the end of May. May ends in 30. So 2nd June.
Because I think that maybe we should pardon this Nuruddin and his squad. None of them are petitioners. None of them is a lawyer. So they just
but they can't just do anything without the minority leader finding out.
But that is why the minority leader did not. You didn't see him in the scheme of things. Did you see him sitting there or aligning?
Who are final markings? Like would have been here trumpeting, blowing you up about this. Have you seen him here? Have you seen him with them?
This is Fact of the Week, supported by Fairnut. Wood is for life. Great furniture made by Fairnut. They are proud distributors and supporters of us. We are sitting behind Fairnut, very strong. And then Akwaba Natural Mineral Water, quenching thirsts, nourishing the nation with pure, clean, refreshing Akwaba Natural Mineral Water. You need to get one for yourself, and you thank me later. So, I was telling you about our second topic, a nation to run. You see how the city is doing against the major trading currencies. The dollar, as of today, is somewhere around 12.49 pesos. Now, people are saying that the John Mahama government has done well. Has the John Mahama government done anything? The minority says that, or the NPP say, credit should go to Dr. Bawumia. When we come back, we'll delve into that.
excellent furnishing and a real estate business